Yeah, I'm black, I guess. I kind of expected that they wouldn't be available in the color that I want, you know. Typical. Hey. Okay. This kind of works, you know, as a concept. So a platform where things are fixed. Obviously, you know, in this capacity, it can be moved. But this may be a good thing if we need to, you know, access things behind the seat. But like this, it's, you know, it's holding shape with this here. Now let's see how this would fit into the car. Obviously we can adjust bits in here, but this is gonna be, you know, this is gonna have a stopper here, so you wouldn't be able to have it past a certain point. Yeah, let's see if this fits into the car at all. What the challenges are. Let's put it on the driver's side. so I can have a reference for the steering wheel. Obviously, this is gonna be a huge problem. We have to somehow deal with that. But first things first. First things first. Okay. This fits. It fits. Yeah. We only need to make this different. There are brackets that we can use on both sides, actually. Yeah, I just don't have them in the correct color on for each side, but let's see. So this one is gonna be like this. So we minimize the footprint of those, so we don't have those. Yeah, so for this to work, we need to put in the gearbox and see how much this interferes. Specifically, it interferes, if it does, with the lever to engage the rear drive. I'm gonna disconnect this. Easier time inserting it. We'll see. Oh, for fuck's sake. Stop interfering. Hey. There we go. Come on. Don't stop me now. There. Okay. Now, where is that lift arm? I know. I just used it. Of course. Okay, so you see, this thing here is exactly at the level of our bracket. Let's see. It needs to be here, and it does not interfere. Does not interfere. Holy shit. See, it has just the right amount of slack, so one stud, which is good. Which is good. Or even the seat can even be one stud further back. Yeah, of course. Seat is here, and we have more than enough room here. More than enough room. Yeah. And of course the seat, in true Italian fashion, is not in line with the steering wheel. It's about 1 stud further to the outside of the car, but that's more or less the same in the real car. So it is what it is, you know. It is what it is. So let's see how are we going to attach this here to this here, namely to the panel. Let's see. It has to be, the seat has to be exactly here. Yeah. And the way I see it, holy shit, that's the way I see it, it's exactly not interfering with the operation of this here. Let me check. No, it is. Or is it? Wait. Wait. Okay, it needs to be exactly here. Exactly here, and then it does not interfere with our stopper here. There, yeah. And it does not interfere with this here. And the front of the seat ends exactly where the steering wheel ends. So this is the most perfect position for the seat. I don't think it'll ever be better. Let me just mark where it is. Okay, here. That's the line. Now let's see. Perfect. Perfect. By perfect I mean okay. Okay, let's separate these two, and let's see where we are. So, yes. Well, we could attach this thing here to this hole, and just do this really quick so I can pin the seat down. Of course. There. We would be here. Now on the other side, I don't see an option to pin it. The pin basically in the panel here is exactly below this guy here, and we don't have any good option here on this side. Obviously we could, you know, utilize this here, compromising the tunnel a little bit. Specifically it would make installing this a little more difficult, or not. Ideally, you know, this is gonna prevent the seat from falling. Ideally I would have it, you know, in the same part here. This would be possible if we used a flip-flop beam, but we can't, because then this part here, can you see it? Very not very good, but specifically this part here is then gonna be compromised if we use a flip-flop beam, which would enable us to do this, but no. No. But if we did not spread these 3 studs apart, but 2 studs apart, which we can even have a single one, but then it would turn, yeah. No, we can have a single one. Optimizing for parts. Optimizing for parts. Just a second. Let me put the car away. Optimizing for parts. Okay. We can have just single row here. Yes. Yes. Okay, I have no idea how this is gonna turn out, but we can have just a single row of these. That's all we need. Like this. Then we have this one. This one is then freed up and can be I guess it can be like this. God. Wow. I mean, it's good. That's a good thing because they're really grip, but getting them in is a pain. So now we have 2 positions for the seats to grip. And they would be like this. Yeah. Like this. And put this in there, and now we can put in the seat. There we go. Seat is in. Needs to be dressed up a little bit, of course, you know, and these need to be the special bricks. I have no idea what to do here. I guess we would have a row of 2 stud bricks here, and then this this edge part would be something different, you know, to have a little bit of a curvature down. Something we have there's options, you know. There's option. We can have a 3 stud plate here. Not sure how we would do the sides. I guess with wedge plates on each side. Yeah. You know, dressing up the seat shouldn't be rocket science, I guess. But let's do something else, because the rocker panel here, or rather this part here, has been redesigned in CAD. So let's see if it looks and works in real life as well. I mean, of course it does, but you know, let's recreate it without pulling everything off. Yeah. Naturally, everything is gonna be pulled off, obviously. Yes. Why not? Yeah. I guess this, yeah, exactly this could be the ticket, yeah. That would really nicely fit and look, yeah. And the seats really look, you know, the curvature is, you know, looks comfy. I would sit in this. I would sit, yeah, my English. I would sit in this. You know, it needs a little bit of something, you know, to keep this curvature here. Something under here, we'll see. Nothing major, but yeah, that's the ticket, I think. But just a second. Okay. Corner connector, and then on the other side, okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is fine. now on these here we can put tiles. Yeah, we can put tiles, you know. There. Just experiment before we switch to what Christian is talking about. What the? Oh, obviously we can continue in here, but as an example. I don't know. Would that corner tile be really needed? I mean, corner piece, we could add it, but I don't know if it's needed. It's overkill. It kind of just adds weight without really adding to something. My opinion. Because this here is strong enough as is. And we do need this anyway, because the corner piece does not prevent this from flying apart. So, you know, this flies apart. Fewer parts. English, please. There is a tile part that would fit here. I don't have it, obviously. Yeah, but I don't have any of the parts that would fit in here either. Of course. Of course. Corner part is pinned to T part. Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Fewer parts. Fewer parts. Fewer parts. I am sold. Ah, I do have the part. There we go. I do have the tile. Obviously we need to check if it works with the door on. It should, you know, should work with the door. Yeah, fewer parts indeed. Of course, the question here is, how do we install it? This, then we don't actually need this, or rather we can use something else here. Not this, you know, the regular let's use this for now. Who cares? Yeah. We'll deal with that when the time comes. We are gonna deal with that at the moment where we can. Right now, this is fine. Okay, let's put the door on. I don't expect anything to happen, but let's check. Yeah, no problem. Perfect. Very good. So our plates here work. We need to dress up the seat. And that's gonna be fine. I have no idea at the moment what we're gonna do with the dashboard. We're gonna deal with that eventually, but I guess we could go and see what we can do with the hood. Hood, basically the engine cover in this case. Engine cover needs addressing, I guess. Nice. I really like it. it's really starting to look like a car. Needs some addressing of bits, but yeah. Also, let's not forget, there is a question that we were debating. Where do we put this guy here? So the basic idea is we need to access this guy, so the button. Every time we we put the car in servo mode or RC mode, we need to address this button, and we need to have an easy way to charge it. So either the battery box remains in the car when charging, or we take the battery box out. So it has to be, there has to be a way to easily remove it. Now there are a few ways to do it. We could have it here, which doesn't work. We could have it here, which doesn't work. Basically, in all ways, those frames would need to go, and we would need to do something else here in order to have the battery box here behind the firewall, which would be a good location, which would be basically not both frames. We need to just get rid of the bottom frame somehow. It's convenient as is, but the other way would be to have it like here between the frames, which also works kinda, but it would be great if there would be one stud more of room between them, but specifically because of the cable connectors. Those are the problem. And we have a hatch here where we could potentially, if this was turned the right way, we could potentially have a long stick or the key, for example, and press on the button here, and then it would pair with the controller. But in this case, we have a very hard time charging it because we can't reach the USB. One option would be, if of course there would be a USB cable included in the set, that would be kinda a extension that we would press button with key. Yeah, that's what I said. Press button with key. With the key. We can press the button with the key. But I mean, I like this, but how do we charge? How do we connect things? We would need one stud more room. One stud more room, so we could, more easily add the cables. The problem are, of course, the double stacked cables for the engine. Yeah. Hey, Basti. What's up with the one hole inside? the single row of 1 stud bricks. Oh, don't mind this. This is just a mock-up. This is not the real seat. That's not the real seat. The real seat is gonna look much better. This is just a placeholder. You know, the problem is these cables. Let me put the car down and try to deal with those. Let me see. Is this a problem, or am I making this up? It's actually not a problem. Or is it? Oh, it is. It is. It is a problem. Because we cannot get those in. There is a lift arm there. And I mean, this would work. This would work. But then the battery box is in a position where we cannot press the button. Let's see. Placing it upside down. Okay. Let's try this. There we go. We have the same problem, of course, with this not getting in, but we have access to the button, but we don't have access to the USB port. We don't have access to the USB port because that's that's what we can push it in because of the frame. Again, if we had 1 stud more room, we could do other things. But this frame here cannot be 1 stud further down. And it's very convenient, of course, for attaching all of the stuff here. But in the end, maybe we need to get rid of the frame here. We may have to do that and redesign this part so we can actually attach the battery box, because this is the best position for it, in my opinion. Of course it can. We have already tried it. If you look back at streams where we tested this, we already had a run on the rollers with exactly the same setup. I drove it around the room here with exactly this setup. So yeah, it works. But I would like to have an option, so for people who want to do more, so that they can have a battery box on each side, you know, paired with 2 controllers to do, you know, whatever they want. There's options. So yeah, I think we need to redesign this part with the frame, so that the frame is not there, but we still keep the option to connect this here, and of course this part here, but the frame would be gone. Yeah, I think we need to do that. No, somehow. So let's get rid of the bodywork. work with me here. Okay, this works as well. Okay. Just gonna remove a few things so I have and we have a good view of things. So that's the situation here. We want, well, one stud more room here, or at best we get rid of this frame entirely. It's in the way. Luckily we have this guy here, and we can use a flip-flop beam here. So this part of the frame can be a flip-flop beam easily. We can do something here, but the main part is that we don't have this part of the frame here. So this needs to go. This is the main limiting factor. We can have something here, but not here. Let's see if there's an option. How do I do this? The usual way. We're going to do this. There. So that it doesn't flip over, and I can bring you closer here. So we can all see what's happening. Right, now let's remove parts again. So this needs to go. So now we have room, and now our battery box is gonna be more easily accessible. Okay. It can be fully in. We can put the USB charging cable here and press this. Alternatively, of course, now that this is gone, this could be, lower, even here. See, here, it couldn't be there before. Only on this side, because on the other side we have the servo sitting here, so that would be a one battery box setup only. But if we had it like here, then we could have both the servo and the battery box, so that the battery box, is flush here with the firewall, and the servo is sitting directly on the firewall, so they don't interfere with each other. Ideally, of course, it would be as high as possible, but then we cannot fit the cables. Then we cannot fit the cables. Right. So let's reinstate this guy here. Now we have this here that we can put in like this, and we can attach this here. Obviously it's not ideal, so we need to have a support running here. Let's see. Always checking the battery box. No, actually not here, and the battery box is interfering with the suspension arm if it's flush with the firewall in this position. Or just not. There's just it's interfering with the suspension arm, I guess. Damn it. I mean, in this case, we could mount it like this. You know, it could be very well mounted like this. Now that the frame is gone, this is the place we could place it. And this is exactly the place we could place another one on the other side. The USB charging port and the button to activate the controller are both easily accessible. If it's placed upside down with the button here, we could actually reach for the button very easily. Of course, we are going to pin it somewhere, somehow. Yeah. I would like to have it here, yeah, so that it's really flush with the firewall, you know, so that it's, let me show you. So I would like it to be flush with the firewall, see? Because on the other side the servo is here, and this, in this position, the battery box would be directly on the servo, and they would not exclude each other. You know, that's the point. They should not exclude each other. This is a good position, I think. Yeah, that's a good position for the battery box. Yeah, okay, now we need to just make sure that this doesn't flip-flop like this. So we need to connect this part here, so this here with this here. So we have a connection, and then, you know, things are gonna be fine. Yeah, I think I already see how we're gonna do this. So we have the option of doing it like this or like this. That may be even better. It's sturdier. So we're gonna have this, yeah. Yeah. So maybe we can eliminate. Come on. We can eliminate this part entirely. Yeah, we can eliminate this part entirely because this lift arm here is gonna connect directly to this here. Yeah, I think this could happen. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's awkward. Let's remove the engine and the gearbox. It's a good test. This. Okay. Oh, yeah. Ah, but of course, how did I forget? Of course, there's a bar in here. There's a bar in here. There we go. Now this can be removed, and we can remove this here and put a normal two-stud lift arm in it. Yeah. There we go. The bar can go back in. Now we can put this back in. There. Why do you not go in? What's the difficulty? Come on. Thank you. Okay. Okay. And there we go. There we go. Perfectly. Perfect. I am pretty sure we can optimize this part here as well. By having, well, somehow I would like to have yeah, there's already a tight space for the finger. Tight space for the finger. Okay, this is the end already. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, if we just swap this, come on, and this, could we make this more efficient? Hold on. Hold on. We used. What's this? just too long. Just too long. I wanted to have it here. If we use this here, and this, maybe, yeah, maybe. Okay, I have a reference on the other side. So if I replace this with this, then I have yeah. This situation. And we have this here. Yeah. Okay, put this in here. So even fewer parts. See, we can put this here. Now we have a situation like this. This is gone. There. There. This guy is here. Now we just need to make the connection from here to here. And then it's perfect. Because this guy here should, theoretically, should be a receptacle for this here. Same as it was before, you know, just fewer parts. Okay. Yeah. This is a 6 stud long, 6 studs. But in this case, hold on, if this is here, that would be, oh yeah, we have the room, of course, but of course, we're gonna change this one more time. This 2 stud we're gonna replace with a lift arm that reaches up to here. Yes, that's gonna be perfect. We need a 7 stud lift. Nice. Okay, let's do this one more time. Bar first. And we're gonna have a much easier ride here. Much easier. There we go. We put the 7 stud lift arm here. Come on. There. This can go. There. And now we put in this thing, and everything's fine. There we go. Go. Now we have a whole lot of room to do activities in here without really compromising much, I think. This here, if it was a 9 stud flip-flop beam, that would be awesome, because this would then work. We could attach this to this, but I'm thinking, we can do this differently. So we can place a 9 stud beam here right away. So stud beam can be there immediately. There, making everything slightly better. And this here, I guess we don't need this anymore. It is, well, I guess when we have the rocker panel here, this is inconsequential. We'll test this, of course, but I think that's gonna be fine. There we go. So, what do we have here? We reduced some complexity and we added a lot of space. Whole bunch of space. So now we have so much room to press the button here. I'm going to temporarily add the rocker panel so we can check things out. There. This is still good. Rocker panel is here. There we go. And we have, of course, all the room. And this is, the rocker panel is holding this perfectly, so it does not need any more, and we can basically lift the car on this, so it's perfectly fine. Okay, yeah. I will provide pictures. I can fully understand that it's hard to see because of the weird angle and things, but I think this is, if we compare this, for example, if we compare this part here to the part on this side, it's hard to see, I know. There are far fewer parts here, and things are much, we have so much more room for activities, and we did not compromise stiffness. We did not compromise stiffness. Nope. This is still, there's really no Perceptible difference. Okay, how do we fix the battery box in place? That's now the next $1 million question. So obviously we need to, for it to be pressed against the firewall, but and I'm going to basically install a lift arm over there, just so that we don't push it in. Install a lift arm behind it, and it's gonna act as a reminder. Anytime now. Anytime. Fuck me. There we go. Okay. Right. So, it's sitting behind on the firewall. Here on top we have few options because this is gonna be here. This is literally, come on. Yeah. Literally in the way of us doing anything up here. I'm just gonna test fit a wire, and the wire is, well, it has room. Yeah, it has room to breathe here, so that shouldn't be a problem. On the bottom there's room as well. Obviously we're gonna have to use wire extensions because none of the wires are gonna fit, more or less, because everything's wired here. Or on the other side, you know, on the other side maybe we don't need extensions for the motors, but you know, we can route them on this to this side as well, and it makes no difference. So hey, who's up? So yeah, we do need extension wires if we want to run the car with the motor in here. Okay, so how do we fix it in place? Obviously we're gonna use these here, I think. Yeah, maybe. And the offset is of course half a stud. You know, that's our predicament. So we need to have a connector that pins in here that's offsetting this by half a stud. Lovely. Lovely. Because obviously it's made to fit this here. But we cannot have this. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Nobody invited you so close. Yeah. It's half a stud either way. We could, of course, have it one stud further out. Then we have, well, half a stud empty space behind it doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. And we can have at least one here, some leeway. Then it would be possible, yeah. Then it's easily possible, I think. I mean, easily. Yeah, then we use this. Yeah, very simple. Very, very simple. So, we get rid of these. And instead of these, we put in these, obviously. And then we would use this. Naturally, I don't have a number 4 axle on the table. Why would I? And we can do the following. Kill me for using blue ones. I don't mind. Yes. So we would have this setup. We put this on and we put this in. It is okay. It's not gonna anywhere. Not going anywhere. We can do a little something. I guess we can do a lift arm or something here behind. This is above the level of the servo, you know, and it does not interfere with anything here. And we can basically have, you know, a pin or something, you know, behind it, and you know, it's gonna be fine. Let me see. Hey Maxim. I can remove this here. And we have how much room? We don't have much room. Let's remove it. Okay. Obviously, this is gonna happen every single time. Every single time. Let's test what we have. I'm gonna put this on. this situation. We have this situation behind it, and we need to, you know, have a bracket or something here. This is, get rid of this guy here. I hate the cables, but it is what it is. So, how much room do we have actually here? Is this one stud? Oh, I mean, one plate. Yes. It actually is one plate. Give or take. Give or take. Good enough for me. So if this is one plate, we would basically one plate, you say. Trying to figure out how to do this, you know, as best as I can. We could do something with this here. To have one plate of, no, we want to attach it here on top with something. Yes, of course. Of course. Well, of course. We remove this here. And we remove this part here. This part remove. Put it back. In the correct way. Put this back. There. But here. We change it to this. There. There we go. See? Now we place this here. And I miscalculated. course, by what's that? Yes, of course. As I do. This situation here, and I would have liked this to be, you know, this long. This long. I mean, this would work, but it's kind of springy, and no, I don't think so. Technically, this would work. But only technically. But then still we need to attach this. Then we would have this here and this here, but we would then need, you know, to attach pins to this, which we kinda can't. That would be ideal though. I mean, technically, you know, there's of course options. We could do this, for example. Yeah. We have to do this. So there's no room for this. What? We can do this. Nope, not this. this we can do. This we can do. There we go. And if you're wondering why not further here, because there's a frame here. There is a frame here. So this is the situation we have in the car, and we now can pin this in. No problem. Go. I'm gonna get rid of this later, but there we go. There. Now it's fixed. Of course, we're gonna do the same on the other side, so in preparation for another battery box. So there's gonna be, you know, provisions to have 2 battery boxes. But yeah, I think that's the ideal position for the battery box. There's plenty of room for cabling. Obviously, we have conveniently room here, and we have enough room here. Yeah. And when the car is like this, you can just lift it up slightly and press the button, I guess. You know, just lift it up, press the button, and it's sinking. And we are suffering absolutely no inconvenience here with the seat. And on the other side with the servo, same situation, because, you know, we could mount them basically symmetrically. Yeah, I think that's good. That's really good. Let's do some final stuff on the seat. Come on, go out. Come on. So the seat itself is gonna be made out of rounded bricks, not Technic bricks, rounded bricks. So it's gonna look different, and we have absolutely no way of attaching anything to, you know, to fix it in place on the bricks themselves. So we did this here, which I think is good enough. We just need to make sure that you know, this part here isn't too flat, I guess, or do we even need to do anything to it? Maybe not. No, maybe it can just stay like this, because that's fine. No, if it was a little bit more out there, wouldn't hurt, but just, you know, it would just increase the parts count. As for the sides, we'll see. I'm gonna recreate this in CAD, of course, and then dress it up a little bit and see what we can come up with. Yeah. That's good. That's good. yes, but no, Lasse. It the problem here is just the overall handling of things. The connectors are able to turn. I mean, the brackets that you are offering are able to turn. Not really aiding installation, and the bracket in the front is gonna where's the engine? Is gonna interfere with everything, I think. And plus, how are you gonna disconnect it? You know, you need super fingers for this. This here, you can just pull out. You know, just grab it and pull out. Or, you know, maybe we need to do a. Maybe we need to modify this a little bit so it's easier to disconnect. I have an idea. I have an idea how to modify this to disconnect more easily. Yeah. No, we're gonna do that. Come on. Let's modify this. We are not gonna use blue ones anymore, but that's fine. Oh, actually, we can use light bluish gray everything. Why not? I hope I didn't miscalculate. I'm bad at math, so this could be. Let's see. Okay. And now we can easily pull it out. We don't have to search for things to grab onto. This is coming out, but that's different from lift arm to lift arm, so that it is what it is. You know, easier to grab and, you know, pull out. Small detail, but it's gonna greatly increase comfort, especially when you want to charge it and you pull it out so you can connect it to the USB and, you know, charge it. And it does not interfere with the rocker panel either. you can even pull it out while the rocker panel is in place. You know, you have to disconnect the wires, but that's a different matter altogether. Yeah. I think this is fine. This is perfectly fine. So, yeah. Seat is done, this is done. I think that's a lot of progress for one day. Next stream is gonna be, I guess, tomorrow or Sunday. We'll see. It's gonna be a rainy weekend, so I'm gonna be probably at home for most of the time, with, well, little to do, and you know, we can have a stream. Why not? So in the next stream, nice. In the next stream, we are going to try to do something with the engine cover. I will put the car back together, and we are going to see what we can do with the engine cover. And then I can make another order for parts so that we can build the seats and everything properly in real life. No, not. This is just a prop, but yeah. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I see you in the next stream.